Welcome back to Cold Ones with Marc and Matty Ice. Got a great show for you so far. We're gonna do everybody's favorite segment. We got a lot of good feedback with this segment we did last week. You Bet Your Life, based on the hilarious show Groucho Marx back in the old days. I'm sure your relatives have heard of that. We're gonna ask a question, and I'm gonna ask Matty Ice, and Matty Ice is going to ask me what I think of it, and we have to bet our lives. Today, this question submitted by Jake from Stanford. Jake asks, you bet your life, which teams will win the wild card in the AFC and the NFC? Thank you, Jake, and we're going to do that right now. Matty Ice, you bet your life.
I got to pick 4 teams.
2 from the AFC, 2 from the NFC.
Okay. So we're just gonna say the division winners are the division winners.
Okay.
In most cases. Not in the NFC. We'll get to that in a second.
So you're giving the Patriots in the AFC East.
Yep.
The Bengals in the North.
Yep.
Colts in the South.
Yep.
Chargers in the West.
I'm giving that.
So they're in.
Okay.
Who are the wild cards?
For the AFC. Here are the teams that can possibly win it here. Denver only a game back from San Diego. I'm not saying that division race is done. San Diego's playing typically late good football. So I don't think Denver's going to come back and win that division, which is a shame. They started off so good. But now they're 8-4. Jacksonville, quietly. Nobody goes to the games, can't watch them on TV, but they're 7-5. They started off terrible. They're 7-5. And now you got 4 teams at 6-6. Baltimore, Miami, Pittsburgh, and the Jets.
Could you please get on with that? Nobody wants to be updated on the standings. They want to know who you're betting your life on. You're betting your life here.
I'm going to take 2 away right now.
Let's do it.
Miami, you're out.
Miami's gone.
You were a fluke last year. I think your Wildcats worn thin on me all year. I don't think you have the firepower to compete and win that. Jets, you're done. You're gone. This is what you always
losers.
This is what you always do, Jets. You'll come out and you'll give your fans something to cheer about. You'll beat Carolina. You'll beat the Bills, and you're 6-6. Everybody's like, "We got this chance. We got this chance." You're gonna go tank one against the Buccaneers this weekend.
I was all excited about Rex Ryan, the Baltimore defensive coordinator, coming in. As soon as he got the job, he was called out Bill Belichick. He said the Jets were coming after you. You take out one of our guys, we're taking 2 of yours. And he comes in and he's a bust. He drafts Mark Sanchez, a pretty boy from California, complete loser. He's a bust. B-U-S-T. Rex Ryan, he starts crying in a meeting. This is a man's game. There's no crying in football.
Is this your chance to answer, or is it me? I'm just wondering, Mark.
I'm sorry, I got a little bit upset.
You got a little excited.
I get upset when men don't act like men.
Listen. Baltimore, 6-6. Listen to their remaining schedule. Lions, Bears, Steelers, Raiders.
You're all about this remaining schedule thing. Why can't you just base it on the talent of the team alone?
Tell me the Baltimore Ravens aren't talented then. Flacco, whipping the ball around.
With you saying that, a week ago, we talked about me saying that Baltimore was going to make the playoffs and Pittsburgh was all done, and you called me a psycho. You told me to go to Arkham Asylum with the Joker.
Mark, why you got to talk like that? Mark? Listen, here's what's let's just look at Steelers' remaining schedule.
What's this remaining schedule thing?
What's
going on with this remaining schedule?
Steelers got the Browns tonight. That's a win.
It shouldn't matter who you play.
All right. Browns, Green Bay, Baltimore, Miami. Steelers have a tougher schedule than the Ravens. I'm going to say the Steelers are out. So
now you're going to go back on your word. It
wasn't my word.
2 weeks ago, you claimed the Steelers were going to make the playoffs.
Listen here. So I'm going to say, but did I say the Ravens were going to do it? I didn't say the Ravens were going to do it. But I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say the Ravens sweep the remaining schedule. They get the 10-6.
Wow.
Jacksonville fades. I don't think they do have the star power or the talent. Maurice Jones-Drew, he's unstoppable, great fantasy player. I think Jacksonville fades, and I think Denver makes it. So I'm going to say Denver and Baltimore after an up-and-down season that caused me to pick them and then not pick them and then pick them again.
Since you took so long, as you always do on this You Bet, you take a long time when you're betting your life. I'm going to take a little bit more shorter time with this AFC. Denver's 8-4. They're in. They still got, the Raiders. That's easy. Denver's in. I like Denver. Jacksonville 7-5. Baltimore 6-6. I think Miami's done. I think you're right. Pittsburgh, see you later. The Jets, I'm not even going to mention them. But you know what? I like the way Jacksonville's playing. They put it together. Garrard's playing well. Jones-Drew, you know what you're going to get from him. Sims-Walker, what an emergence from him as the receiver. And they look great on defense. They have that ruthless defense back. I like the way they're playing. They're playing inspired football. I did not like the way Baltimore looked on Monday night. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was an embarrassment. I cannot possibly pick them over Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville is the better football team right now. So I'm going to go with Denver and Jacksonville. Baltimore, I'll always love you, but you didn't look good on Monday night. I'm sorry, Ray.
All right. So you're going to go with Denver and Jacksonville.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go with Denver and Baltimore.
Yes, sir.
So you're going back.
I'm not going back. I'm just saying Jacksonville's the better football team.
Dude, say football again.
Football.
Football? Why do you got to talk like that?
What are you talking about? I'm saying football. You got a problem with the way I thought?
Mark, let's go over to the NFC.
Okay. I'm going to go first because you like to hog the microphone here. Of course, we're going to give... we can't possibly give the NFC to Dallas. Like we said, the NFC East can go either way between Dallas, Philadelphia, and the Giants. So first of all, we're going to give the NFC North to the Vikings.
Yep.
The South to the Saints.
Yep.
The West to Arizona.
Yep.
That leaves the Packers at 8-4, Dallas 8-4, Philly 8-4, Giants 7-5, Atlanta 6-6. With that being said, Dallas, Philly, or the Giants, one of them will win the East. So it's really 4 of those teams for 2 spots. Atlanta, gone. Too many injuries. Matt Ryan, questionable. Michael Turner's hurt. I just don't like the way they're playing right now. They're done. The Packers are going to make the playoffs. I'll tell you why. Dallas, Philly, and New York all have tough schedules, as we went over. All play each other, as we went over. So if one's getting a win, the other's getting a loss. So therefore, by default, almost backing in, if they don't win, which they probably will, Green Bay is in. I got Green Bay in at 8-4. And I have Philadelphia winning the NFC East and the Giants getting the second wild card. So I have Green Bay, New York, Philadelphia winning the East, and Tony Romo going to a men's bar around January to check out his homies
All right.
at Chippendales.
Yeah, there you go. Not taking too much time, as always. I'm going to agree with you. I think Atlanta's gone. I think you hit it right on the head with the injury problems. Chris Redmond, your boy. I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. Like I said, I think the Giants win that division. Okay. And I also think Dallas fades. I said Dallas going to fade. Wade Phillips, we already said his job's done. Green Bay doesn't back in. I think they have a good December.
I didn't necessarily say they're going to back in.
They got the statistically the best defense right now. A lot of penalties the other night. Didn't like it, but that's what's going to happen when you lose Al Harris. You're going to have a pretty green corner over there.
Yep.
They'll work on it. I think they'll be okay. I think Green Bay, Giants win that division. Philly gets the wild card. But, Brian Westbrook, you don't know how he's going to be. It's going to hurt them in some games, I think. But I still think Green Bay, Giants, Philly.
Green Bay has to lose out not to make the playoffs.
Oh, I agree. I 100% agree. So that was You Bet Your Life. Mark and I are in semi-agreement, more disagreement. And as usual, I'm right. So you're tuning in to Cold Ones with Marc and Matty Ice. We'll see how the season turns out. You bet your life.
Get me a beer.